Hey everyone, welcome to the video. I'm Amy and I post new videos every week. Today's video is all about the brand new Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2 palette, the rosy version of his most loved product. I have seen photos of his first palette all over the internet forever. I've been so excited to see what was next, and I'm so happy to be talking to you about it today. Today I am going to be doing a day to night situation, so we can do two looks with this palette. This is the day look. I thought I would leave you in a little bit of suspense as to what the night look looks like. So if that sounds like something you're into, you want to see how I created this look using the brand new Patrick Ta Major Dimensions Volume 2 palette, then go ahead and like this video so I know you like this kind of content. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Okay, so I finally have a Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette. I have been dying, drooling over all of the photos all over Instagram, all of the looks, everything created with his first eyeshadow palette. But I know myself, and I do not need a full palette of like warm tone, like peachy, orangey situations, browns. I understand like a lot of people are really into neutrals. I am too, but I mean like cool tone neutrals are my jam. So I was like, as soon as he comes out with a pink one or a cool toned one, it's mine, and he did it. I did also pick up a lip gloss, the Plumping gloss, in Pouty, by the way. But this is what the main focus of this video is, and it is the Major Dimensions 2 eyeshadow palette. I'm obsessed with this packaging. Oh, there I am. Hi. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Okay, let's open this bad boy up. It has a nice little like clasp closure right here, so it feels nice and secure. Now, I did already open this and swatch it last night so that I could get a reel up for today. So this isn't its most pristine, but like I said, I'm gonna put in some pictures for you to see it at its untouchedness and the swatches and stuff. But here she is right now. Just look at that. Yes, it is still, like, there's a lot of warmth to this. I might call it a warm tone palette looking at it. Like it's like, but it's a rosy, and rosy is my jam. And look at this shirt that I literally just bought the other day. Found this shirt, then I got this palette, and I was like, these go together perfectly. So this is the backdrop. This shirt is in the backdrop of all of those photos you're seeing. But anyways, let's get this on my eyes. Before we dip into that, my lips are very dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on this gloss now. I'll do it like over a lipstick or lip liner later, but right now I just need to get something on my lips, and we can test out the plumpness. I got the shade Pouty. It's just like really pretty like sheer pink with like a bunch of silver and gold glitter, it looks like. Let's get a nice big doe foot. It smells like minty but cinnamony, so here it is. It does have some juiciness to it, but it is really sheer, at least on my lips. I'm getting a little bit of that, which I don't love. Now I put concealer like under my brows, but it's like traveled down to my crease. I did not put it on the lid portion. I want to use an actual eye primer today. Okay, so I don't want to put concealer on today because on my lids, because what I'm trying to do is I want to see the opacity of the eyeshadows. Like, do these cover up the veins and stuff in my eye? So I've got the Urban Decay like primer potion. What do they call it? Yeah, primer potion. Oh, these do have shade names. I don't know how long you've been on my channel, but I hate shade names. I hate shade names. I don't ever care about them or say them. But I'm gonna go into Crush. Sounds right. I'm gonna go into the pale shade. This one right here. And I'm gonna start in the crease because I don't know how dark this is gonna look on me or how pale it will be. Okay, so far so good. It's like a little bit, it's like a shade darker and peachier than my skin. So I patted that on just because I just put that eye primer on. And then I'm gonna blend. So my heart's desire lies with these two mattes, which are a little bit more cool toned, but my shirt kind of matches this one, maybe this one and this one. So I'm gonna just go up the line. How about that? I'm gonna go with my NYX 16 into the second matte, which is Amore. And I'm really, really lightly going in. I'm barely touching the brush at first. And then that's a nice color. The two colors together gives kind of like a sunset-y look, I think. So I'm literally looking like basically all the way down. I've got the palette all the way down just so I can get fully in to that crease. Now I gotta remember, this is the daytime look. So I'm gonna go into this little smudgy back into the first shade for my lower lash line. Even if I feel like this shade isn't doing much for my lower lash line, I'm still gonna use it so that we get the same effect where this kind of sunset tangerine color comes through, you know? Then onto the second shade. These are all of the shades. Here, let me get a little closer. Plus this guy. And there are multiple textures in here, which I really like. I mean, I probably would have been happy if they were just all one, but I am glad to have a multiple textures, you know, because then that's just juicier. So this one is the shade Romance, and I'm gonna put it all over the lid. Look at it. Ah! I did not put anything else down besides that first primer. No glitter glue. Wow, that is such a pretty color. I like that it has, like, it doesn't really have a base, but it's enough, it's filled with enough like shimmers that it covers, so you don't necessarily have to put it over something, you know? I'm gonna take a tiny little blending brush and go into the third shade here, Devotion. Okay, so this would be my daytime look. I am going to go ahead and put on mascara really quick just to show you the full thing. I feel like it's super pretty. It's got like the oranginess with the pinkness and the redness. Like, this is giving very much like the new version of Modern Romance. You know what I mean? It's like updated with the textures and tones and nuance in tones of 2022, but still the same like life that Modern Renaissance gave to the beauty community. That's how I'm feeling about it. I don't know, that might be a lot to say for this, but I love a rosy tone and a peachy tone together to get this like subtle sunset moment. And now I don't think anything in here would work for my inner corners. This pink is a little bit too glittery to actually give me much of a shine. You know, I need something a little bit more metallic. And then the gold is, I think, too deep for my inner corner. So there's that if you really need an inner corner highlight. But I would do probably a highlight, and whatever highlight was on my face, I would use on my inner corner. Anyways, I'm gonna put mascara on and I'll be right back. Okay, bye. Is this where I was? I don't remember where I was zoomed in, but I'm back. And this is the finished look. I ended up throwing on some of my Patrick Ta blush duo and She's Blushing. I used just a little bit of the cream because I really did want this to stay a super everyday daytime palette, like, or palette look. Like, I would wear this to the office or for brunch, something like that kind of vibe. It is a very light, fresh face. I threw on a little bit of this ColourPop Barbie lip liner with the lip gloss because that's what I would do on a day-to-day. Lip liner and lip gloss, that's it. So yeah, I don't know, this is the finished daytime look. Let's keep digging into this palette. I did only put on like a light layer of mascara so that we didn't have too much to try to work around. But let's dig back into this palette. Are you ready? So imagine I just got off work and I got invited to a date or a night out on the town or a party or anything else that I don't do. I usually use this kind of trick of like putting more makeup on if I filmed a video and then I want to film another video but I want to have different makeup, then I will just put makeup on top of it right after. So that's kind of what we're going for right now. So I feel like my brows are really strong today, so that works for a nighttime, but if you did a lighter brow for your daytime, then now would be the time to amp up the brows. One thing I'm gonna do for my face to amp it up, I know we're talking about the palette, but I am gonna put on a little bit of powder because I just feel like that will make me look more nighttime, just like right in here. So now I would go into the powder portion of this blush, and it is very pigmented, so I would dip in and like really tap it off because you're not ready. Okay, and I'm barely touching my face, and look at all of the pigment. I maybe went a little too far with the blush. Is there such a thing? I'm gonna try to use this dark cream in my waterline because I feel like a dark waterline is a very evening, you know, look. It goes on so smoothly, and like already the sultry level has gone up 100-fold. I'm gonna take this super tiny blending brush and I'm gonna skip over the red shade and go straight to the darkest shade, which is Heartache, because I don't want my lower lash line to look any more red. I'm gonna go into the shade that we used on the outer corner first with a small blending brush, not as small as the one I just used on my lower lash line, but a pretty small one. And what I want to do is really enhance my crease. I'm going like barely touching my skin just to kind of sketch myself an outline of where my eyeball is. And then once I've got it sketched out and there's less product, blend that right into that outer corner, maybe make that outer corner a little bit bigger, and then blend into the socket and lightly above. And I can go below as well. Yes. Next, I would just take my blending brush, my big blending brush, and just kind of go at the top of that. I love these tones. I'm really happy about this. I'm really happy. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I would be super happy if they were really cool toned. You know what I mean? Like if it was very neutrally cool toned, but I'm still very happy with this because I told myself I was gonna buy it and I probably wouldn't have. You know what I mean? Like I told myself if he releases a pink palette, I'm getting it. And so I got it regardless. But if this was the first palette he came out with, I would be like, hey, that's gorgeous, but it's still a little bit warm for me. But I'm glad that I have it because it's so pretty on my eyes. We're gonna take the same little blending brush that we just used with the middle pink shade, and then we're gonna go into the more red one, which is third from the left, which is Passion. Makes sense, makes sense. Looking down again, and we're going into the outer corner. So I'm bringing that tone from the bottom up to the top now. And I'm going really softly because these are quite pigmented and I have very soft wrinkly eyelids. So if you push hard, you're gonna get skipping because it's gonna be dragging across parts of your skin. So just very softly so that it gets on all the parts of your skin. I'm not too worried about preserving the shimmer because I do want to go over it with more shimmers. I can't believe we've used mostly the mattes so far, but I do think this shimmer looks great with this dark look anyway. I'm gonna go back to that teeny little blender, like pencil brush that we had, and I'm gonna go into the deepest matte shade, Heartache. Looking down again, and we're going right next to the lash line. Now, if you're someone that wings out your shadow, this would be the thing to do it, the time to do it. What? You could totally leave it here. I think this is beautiful and smoky and sultry, and voluptuous is a word that's coming to mind right now. But I really like it like this, but I do want to dig into the shimmers. So I'm going to go into the very deepest one, Affair. Ooh. And into the same brush we just used. And then, oh gosh, I guess I'm going to just go right in here. Yeah. Works for me. Kind of re-envision the outer corner as a metallic. So I've literally like made an outer corner out there. Look at that. That makes it look like I have false lashes on. Don't it? Am I nuts? So this shimmer is so rich and dark that if you wanted to go darker with your eyeshadow look, I would suggest putting this down first and then going in with the matte. I don't mind having a metallic outer corner, but I know some people don't like that. And then I'm gonna go into, wipe off my brush a little bit, and I'm gonna go just right into the next shade, the red one, which is Desire. This one has more glitter in it, and I feel like I'm picking up more of the glitter particles, so I'm not gonna knock it off because I want it to be the shade. And I'm gonna go right next to the one we have. Now this is obviously a day to night if you have time. This is just because I want to use all of these shades, you know? And I'm just doing like a little spark because I don't want this to be the center color. I want the next one to be the center color. I think that's what I'm going to do, is just go down the line. But I do want just like a hint of that color. Do you see? You know, I'm actually kind of surprised that they're working so well with a brush. A dry brush at that, you know? Alright, I think I'm going to skip the center really quick and go to the gold shade, Adore. And I'm going to go into like the inner corner area. I'm going to go ahead and cover up the pink because we already saw what that one looks like, you know? And we'll just use the other four. So I'm going right into my inner portion. Ooh, this one's really like chunky, sparkly. So I'm trying to pack the color and then spread the glitter. Okay, I'm gonna go into this final shade we haven't touched yet, Lust, with my finger. And it's like this duochrome, I don't think you can see. Ooh, it's like hot pink and gold. Do you see the color? It's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera and amp up my mascara and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I zoomed out a little bit because I had to change my battery. My battery died and my other one wasn't fully charged. So I've been gone for like a couple of hours actually. That's why I look a little bit sleepy, I think. It's just because I was just sitting in the bed waiting for the battery to charge. Anyways, for this evening look, I figured I would put on a lipstick. So I'm gonna go with this Milani Secret lipstick. Oh yeah. So this is what I'm gonna go ahead and consider my evening look. So let me know what you think. I don't know if I necessarily hit the daytime situation, but I feel like I definitely did a more dramatic look this time, and I got to use more of the shades, and they look beautiful. I'm gonna give you a little... I love it. Now let's talk final thoughts. I love this. Do I wish, like, if I could have chosen what color story he was going to come out with, would I have picked something cooler, more mauve-y in the undertone? Yes. But am I happy with this rich, rosy variety of undertones that I got here? Yes. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I am very excited to keep playing with it. Like, I wish I could wipe this makeup off and make another look. I'm sure I will be making more looks throughout forever because I have this now. But I might try to make a look for Instagram too, since I've got these looks here on YouTube. But I can't stop staring at it. It's so pretty. It is so pretty. I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy. For the lip gloss, I would say it's not worth it. Like, it's fine. It does its job. I don't think it's like the most plumping. It is a little bit gloopy, but it's comfortable and, you know, it's pretty. But I don't think it is as worth it as the palette or even the blush, which we're not really talking about the blush, but let's talk about the blush. I love the blush, totally worth it. I love the palette, totally worth it. The gloss, I can live without. You know, that's how I feel about it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else. I'm sure that I put, well, if I didn't, well, no, yeah. I would have put all the details on the screen that I missed in the beginning because you wouldn't wait till the end to find out how much the palette is. I think it's $68. I did get 10% off from shopping, like, you sign up with an email and I think it's 10% off, 10 or 15% off that they'll give you, like, automatically. So I did not pick it up at the Sephora sale. I am not Rouge, so I don't get 20% off anyway. But I did use Tara Brooks' link. I will have it linked down below using her link. So if you don't know who she is, I'll link her below too. You want to be in the intro or outro with me? I guess he does. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!